You know, you've been sold a story about what the future is going to look like. And I'm here to tell you it's the wrong one. So I want you to forget everything you think you know, because what's really coming, it's something else entirely. Right off the bat, it's not going to be some big cinematic spectacle that we've all been promised on the big screen. And nope, there won't be flying cars clogging up the sky. That's kind of just a cool idea from a past that never really happened.
And yeah, you can totally forget about a friendly robot butler serving you drinks. That particular dream, it's offline. For good.
See, the really big, profound changes, they're happening right now, silently, under the surface. And most of us, we're not even going to notice until the ground has already completely shifted beneath our feet. So, what is this unseen future? Well, it's not one single event. Think of it more like a bunch of subtle currents already moving that are totally rewriting the rules for how we live, how we work, and how we find any meaning in it all.
We all got handed the same playbook, didn't we? You know the one. Go to school, learn a good skill, get a stable job, save your money. It was supposed to be the blueprint for security, passed down for generations.
But here's the thing, that playbook is dangerously out of date. The real forces that are actually shaping our world, they don't care about our plans. We're facing this like perfect storm of technology just accelerating like crazy, entire types of jobs just disappearing, and this all-out war being fought for our attention. And that brings us to maybe one of the most unsettling shifts of all. The expertise that you're building right now, it has an expiration date. Seriously, the whole idea of having a skill for life is just vanishing. 5 years. Just let that sink in for a second. Some research suggests that a brand new skill you learn can lose its value in as little as 5 years. The degree you worked so hard for, that certification, it could be basically irrelevant in less time than it takes to get through a single presidential term. We're talking about entire career paths being erased. This slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? Stability used to be like this fortress you built around a single profession, being a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer. But now it's more like a nimble little sailboat, one that's built to navigate these constant waves of change. The most important thing you can have is no longer what you know, but how fast you can learn something new. Which leads us to the most valuable resource of the 21st century. I mean, in an age where we are just drowning in information, the truly scarce thing isn't data. It's not even intelligence. It is focused, deep attention. The ability to just concentrate without being distracted, that is the new superpower. For real. Because here's the choice we all have to make. Your success isn't going to be determined by your IQ. It's going to be determined by your ability to control your own mind. You either master your focus, or you're going to be mastered by the very systems designed to keep you scrolling and clicking and just endlessly distracted. And look, these changes aren't just remaking our careers. They're shattering the entire timeline of our lives. The life script that we've all been following for generations, yeah, that's being torn to pieces. It's a really familiar story, right? So linear, so predictable. You study for the first part of your life, you work for that big middle chunk, and then you retire. It gave us a map, a sense of order, of security. But that map, it now leads nowhere. To thrive in this new world, you have to get comfortable with uncertainty. You have to start seeing your life not as a straight line to some finish line, but more like a collection of evolving projects and skills and passions. So, with all this talk about AI and automation, it's totally natural to feel a little replaceable. But this is exactly where we find our biggest, most lasting advantage, in the very things that make us human. As machines get better and better at logic and data, our human value shifts to the things they just can't copy. Look at this comparison here. They get logic, we get empathy. They process data, we create meaning. These are not soft skills anymore that you learn in some weekend seminar. No, these are the essential survival skills for the age that's coming. But here's the crazy paradox in all this. The very future that's going to demand these deep human skills will also make it dangerously easy to just let them fade away. See, in the comfort of an automated, convenient world, there's a trap. When everything gets easier, our awareness starts to dull, our resilience fades, and our purpose gets lost. Intentionally choosing to do hard things won't just be a choice. It'll be an act of rebellion, an act of self-preservation. So, okay, we've seen how skills now have an expiration date, how our attention is the new currency, and how the old map for life is just gone. All of this comes together at one final, really personal point. This quote just says it all. This big wave of change, it isn't coming to destroy everyone. It's coming to expose everyone. It's like a giant mirror reflecting our adaptability, our focus, our resilience, or, our lack of it. And so it leaves you with the only question that really truly matters. When these quiet shifts finally get loud and become these undeniable changes, who are you going to be? The person who adapted or the person who got left behind? If any of this made you stop and think, even for a second, hitting that like button is a great way to let us know it connected with you. And hey, let's make this a real conversation. What part of all this worries you the most? Is it the expiring skills, the whole war for our attention? Drop what you're thinking in the comments below. The future doesn't wait, and neither should you. Go ahead and subscribe for more explainers just like this, designed to get your mind ready for whatever's coming next. Thanks for joining me.